tournament?
2019. I think it's amazing that Portrush has this opportunity so soon after the last Open to host again. And yeah, just great to be back. I don't spend a lot of time in these parts anymore, just with travel schedule, living abroad, all that stuff. So to be here, to see a lot of familiar faces, even some of the every hole on the course has a different team of marshals from different golf clubs, and then just to see people that I've met throughout the years out there this morning was really nice. But yeah, it's really nice to be back, and obviously very, very excited for it.
Rain here, that thunderstorm this morning that meant practice run had to be curtailed for a little time, so I think we're in for a proper week of open weather for us to enjoy.
You had with this footage we've seen today, maybe they've been out on social media, you tried to open the window in your student accommodation, and you don't have your own strength, but you ripped the handle off the window.
It was already ripped off the window. So this has been spruced up. I don't know when the university term ended up here in the University of Ulster, when it ended, but they've had plenty of time to clean the rooms. They may not have cleaned it since May by the looks of things. Anyway, so it's going to be quite interesting. We've got one shower between four of us, one loo between four of us, so it's going to be an early start, so it's going to be first into the shower, and anyway, hey ho, it's all part of life on the open road. I shouldn't complain, I should be grateful to be here, but I thought my student days are well behind me.
Yeah, that's not like talk to not to have first class accommodation. I can't believe it.
Well, I'm not going to blame TalkSport, because it's what we were offered by the R&A. They also got a high regard for TalkSport then.
Yeah, a busy period for you, Rupert. Wimbledon. Now you've got this. I mean, it's non-stop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a topic of conversation between Mrs. Bell and I. Darling, are you home at all? Why not? When you said, well, I love it. I've been very lucky to be able to do all three, and I've got Doris Goodwood in a couple of weeks' time as well to look forward to. So it is my sporting summer, and yes, Wimbledon. I love this. I do 1 week of tennis a year, and I absolutely 2 weeks love it. And to be down there, it is fantastic. But the Open, this is I think my 25th Open, so I'm really looking forward to. Again, our first one I went to was Tiger Woods in 2000 when he ran away with it at St Andrews, and I've been doing it ever since. And it's a real privilege to be up here. And Rory, to come back here, he's quite right. Within 6 years, St Andrews tend to be every 5 years because obviously it's the home of golf and all of the mystique and cachet that goes with that. But for this to come back so quickly after a long gap before it was staged in shows just how much not only the Northern Ireland, but the whole of Ireland has embraced this and how important it is. And that it's a money-making machine for the R&A. The fact that they are back here so quickly and other courses on the open road are missing out.
Rupert, taking into account the course and the likely conditions, what you were just saying about the weather, who are you favouring? Who's it going to suit?
Well, it's quite interesting. Where Rory's talking off the tee, you've got bunkers all over the place, but it's not. He said some open venues you can sort of grip it and rip it and take the bunker out of play. It doesn't matter. If you go with a driver, you'll find a bunker in play. If you go with a 2-iron, you'll find a bunker in play. So you've just got to commit. With the rain, Shane Lowry in his press conference a few moments ago said the course will play quite difficult, and it won't be easy if we have weather like we had today, which has been breezy, sunny, so it'll be a proper open test. So it is a fabulous course, fabulous backdrop. So he's not expecting anyone to run away with it by 6 shots. So I do fancy Seb Strachan. Now you might say why? Well, he's top 10 ranked in the world. He's won twice on the PGA Tour, although he's missed all 3 cuts in majors, but he does have good open form. He played well at Hoylake a couple of years back. He's been in consistently good form, and I think it could be a surprise package in a way. As I say, he's won twice on the PGA Tour, and his open form it bears close inspection. So I think he could be a very interesting contender outside the sort of big two of Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy.
Just very quickly, because we're nearly out of time, we've got just under a minute on this really. What about the optics? You've just been at Wimbledon for a fortnight. The optics of the two winners of the men's and women's, having both failed drugs tests and got what in many people's eyes were too lenient charge.
Sinner and Alvarez are clearly the best players, so they're getting to, I understand that. But the ATP and tennis authorities do seem to take the overall lead the top players and sometimes the lesser players when they get into trouble. And I thought it was telling that Nick Kyrgios has also been doing some work for TalkSport with an asterisk against and I do think that Sinner got away with it because he was given a ban that basically meant he was absolutely nothing of consequence. So I think the ATP need to take a long hard look at themselves, but I'm not decrying the fact that Sinner is a fabulous player, but Amanda is a big one.
So Rupert, we'll catch up with you later in the week. Thanks very much.
Look forward to that.
There we are, there's Rupert Bell there at Royal Portrush for the Open. 153rd Open Championship tees off at Royal Portrush this week. You'll be able to hear live commentary on TalkSport 2 from 7 a.m. on Thursday morning. Easiest ways to download the free TalkSport app and swipe across to TalkSport 2. The cricket continues. 35 to win. 50 up for Judation 53.
You just let him off the strike. It was far too easy.
Fantastic. Well, there we are. Let's see what's all moving in when he comes back on Wednesday. I'll be here with Charlie. Coming up next is Andy Goldstein and Darren Bentwood Drive. We'll catch up here tomorrow.
Cricket. It's built for big moments. And Betfair is built for cricket. For the one-handed catches. The wicket-taking deliveries. The run-outs, reviews, ramp shots and sweeps. For every swashbuckling, six-hitting, match-turning moment, and for every umpire's call. We're ready for all the action from the England v India Test Series this summer. Are you? Betfair.
18 plus gambleware.org. Adrian Jacobs on TalkSport with Toolstation. Need something now? Download the Toolstation app and switch on Fast Track for delivery in as little as 30 minutes.
Card accepted. Feel the power to lower prices with Tesco Club Card. Get 2 packs of Pepsi or Pepsi Max for just £6.50. Celebrating 30 years of rewards with Tesco Club Card. Tesco, every little helps. Majority of larger stores 2 for £6.50 on selected 8-pack Pepsi drinks and 20 for July. Club Card app required.
I'm Professor Huggington, and I like to hug.
When your kid's favourite toy starts to run out of battery power, no need to worry. Your new batteries are already on their way, arriving today with Prime. Everyday essentials delivered fast. It's on Prime.
I'm Professor Huggington, and I like to hug.
Cut-off times and T's and C's apply. See product page when ordering.
Join EE, the UK's fastest growing broadband provider today.
Why so many people joining?
For starters, you get up to £300 to leave your current contract.
So I can leave now with 7 months left.
Exactly. It's also got Wi-Fi control so the kids aren't glued to their devices all day.
Right. I need some of this.
Well, then join the broadband switchers choosing EE.
Verifying at ee.co.uk/claims. Up to £300 credited to your EE account. New customers, 50% availability, 24 months, terms apply.
Live only on the Zone, July 19th. Usyk versus Dubois, the heavyweight fight of the year. For all the belts, buy now at dbzn.com/boxing.
TalkSport Breakfast in partnership with Arnold Clark. We guarantee the best used car deals in the UK. Move up through the gears every morning with top of the range sports edition, ABS, story breaking news, and more gold talk to the gallon. Plus a stellar lineup of super celebrity sports guests as standard. TalkSport Breakfast every weekday morning from 6 on TalkSport with Arnold Clark. We guarantee the best used car deals in the UK.
On DAB, online, and on your smart speaker. TalkSport.
TalkSport Sports Update with Trusted Trader. Find top-notch tradespeople in your area. All who pass the Trusted Trader 15-point assessment. TalkSport.
I'm Dan Thatcher. Good afternoon. England need a single wicket at Lords, but India aren't going down without a fight. Watching the 5th and final day of the 3rd Test for TalkSport, Sam Ellard.
India 159 for 9. India need 34 runs to win. England need 1 win to the victory. Ravi Jadeja has faced 153 balls. He passed his 50 with with a cut shot which took the thick outside edge, went over second slip, raced away for 4. Sarajan, number 11, has faced 17 balls, yet to get off the mark. Team's been delayed as England search for the final wicket to win this game and go 2-1 up in the series.
Meanwhile, Mohamed Siraj, who's still hanging on in there, has been fined 15% of his match fee and given 1 demerit point after his celebration for dismissing Ben Ducky yesterday. Chelsea's World Club Cup win paves the way for a Premier League title charge, according to some this afternoon. Former Villa boss TalkSport's Martin O'Neill says it's a difficult one to call. Psychologically, the Blues are in peak condition.
The last few months of the season and continuing into this World Club Championship have been fantastic. You go on in the Conference League, then you qualify for the Champions League, very, very important. Then you continue that, they're taking this, they get a 3-week break, now they're back, and they're ready to go. Confidence will be absolutely sky high.
Chelsea host Palace on the opening day of the Premier League season. Former Eagles owner Simon Jordan says the blame for their European saga lies squarely at the current hierarchy's door, but every cloud has a silver lining.
The flip side of the irony is that they actually think they'll be better off in the European Conference League because they might even talk to us to be new, and they might win that competition and have a second season. But for the purpose of this conversation, they should be in their open league.
To Old Trafford, where 5-time Premier League winner Darren Fletcher has backed himself a new job. The former midfielder, who's had many a role in backup starts in recent years, is now the lead coach of United's under-18s. Academy graduate himself, Fletcher's taken charge of the training camp in Germany ahead of friendly against QPR at Carrington. And Francesco Molinari's been named as vice captain for Europe's Ryder Cup campaign. The Italian will be in action at the Open this weekend. You can hear the whole thing live on TalkSport 2. Martin and Mark Gordon have been found guilty of gross negligence manslaughter over the death of their newborn baby. And 4 foreign nationals were killed when a plane crashed and exploded at Southend yesterday. Rebecca.
TalkSport weather with Quick Fit. With a huge range of premium brands available, we've got what you need to drive away happy every time. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Rest of the sunshine in the south this afternoon, heavy rain elsewhere, particularly in northern areas, with thundery showers in places.
On your smart speaker and on your smart TV, TalkSport drive the UK's VIP super stage for sports supremos. Rock stars and football. Live on the M25. Remember sport for a football community. TalkSport drive.
Troubles we have in this studio, and watching
of Bulwell, the gaffer Enzo Maresca, spoke to the media after the game and reflected on a historic night for the club. I'll genuinely think about that and answer it in the next section. I think it's too big a question.
People are listening, please remind me. Just keep
no, I think it's too big. I'll tell you why, because we're just starting to look, because you've come up on the list later on the show of your top 10 players in the world right now. That's what everyone's fit. So you can stick Roger in there. Okay, for sure. I imagine a couple if he's not in it, and I haven't seen you on this, but he's there or thereabouts. If he's not in it, he's just outside or he's in it, right?
Yeah, he's not in there at the minute, but
okay, so
if he had this season, he had not last year, the year before, then it's a strong case. But I mean, what he did last night, I mean, the finishing, there was one he missed just before he scored the first one where he tried to wrap his foot around it, and I thought it was in, but it went just past the post.
Yeah, it looked like winning because it hits off the back a bit.
When he opens up his body on that right hand side of the D in the edge of the box and then just rolls into a far corner, no one can kind of stop him. He played with freedom, creativity, he's quick and he can go past people, and it got to a point where you can see that he was starting to wind up the PSG players because they were trying to kick him, put him over. But he is a special striker. Genius is, I think we throw around that word genius and legend way too much, but I think it's going to be this season, if Chelsea are going to kind of aim for what we expect them to aim for, and that Chelsea Football Club have been in, they've won it. Yeah. And a lot of these trophies, they've won multiple times. So they haven't won Champions League, one League Cup, one Premier League, is multiple Premier Leagues, couple Champions League, couple Europa Leagues. I think they've even won a couple Super Cups. And I think they've won a couple Club World Cups now.
This isn't their first one, they won it in the old format.
So honestly, I don't see how anyone can, and people can talk about the money, but every football club out there spends money to get there. So if you win all those trophies, and I don't know how you argue it.
A quick word about some of the players. We're talking about Rodri, whether or not he makes your top 10 of them, or currently rather.
But Caicedo in a minute. Like he had that initial period of Chelsea where he struggled. Him and Cucurella. Now both of them like bargain buys, don't they? Cucurella looks unbelievable.
Cucurella's probably the best left back
in the world.
He's one of them. Yeah, I don't say in the world. No, he's certainly one of them. He's fantastic.
They're a big part of Spain winning the Euro. Yeah. Caicedo in the middle of the park. He's got everything. He's range of balls and scary. He breaks up play. And do you know what I like about him as well? He's not really nasty.
You've got to have that streak to play that role.
He leaves his foot in and then he does get in the players' faces as well. I quite like that.
Yeah, I like that as well. Do you like that? I'm sure you do, Chelsea fans. You can phone up and tell me about your club. Are they the biggest and best club in the world at the moment? Because they are the world champions, which is...
They're trophy pigs.
They are trophy pigs. I do think it's embarrassing that for the next 4 years they're going to have a badge on their shirt that just says world champions. I just think it's embarrassing. It is. World champions. They're not the world champions. No, the world champions are whoever wins the World Cup.
And then
the World Cup.
Club World Cup.
No, I know the World Cup. They're the world champions.
Okay, so if I said World Club World Cup.
The best team in the world for me is always whoever wins the Champions League.
Well, obviously Chelsea's done that. Chelsea could be the best.
Do you think Chelsea are the best?
No, I think Liverpool probably.
Okay. Are Chelsea better than PSG?
No, I think you know what, my only thing is they're not, because I think PSG have been incredible, but the way Chelsea dismantled them
in that first half. Yeah. Lots of questions. One of them today. I'll get involved. We'll take your calls. You just dial 03717223344. Before that, we get into Nottingham. Sam Ella is watching a nail-biting end to the third test between England and India. Sam, where are we at the moment?
We are at tea on day 5 with India 163 for 9. So when they come back out at half 4, India need 30 runs to win this game. England need 1 wicket. When India went to lunch, 8 wickets down. We were all working out what time we'd be maybe leaving here this afternoon. I don't think many people thought it was going to go on for too long in the afternoon session. But fair play to India, they battled hard in the afternoon. Jasprit Bumrah in at 10 faced 54 balls for his 5 runs. Ravi Jadeja's still there, not out with 56 from 162. Ravi Jadeja did a really good job of hooking the strike. Jasprit Bumrah defended when needed to, but then on his 54th ball, Ben Stokes bombed a short ball to Bumrah and he went for the big shot. Miscued a pull shot, caught a mid-on right foot. That brought Mohamed Siraj to the crease. Number 14, he faced 20 balls and he's got 2 runs to his name. So India haven't scored too quickly this afternoon. From 112 to 8, they've knocked into T 163, but they're still in this game. They're fighting hard. It's been an up and down, topsy-turvy, controversial test match, and who knows, we really could be in for a blockbuster finish. We'll resume the final session of the 5-day test match at 4:30. Still searching for that final wicket. Can India pull off an unlikely victory? If they are to do that, they've got to have 30 runs.
Good work as always, Sam. Of course, we'll be across it. You won't miss a thing. Stay with us here on TalkSport, and we'll also take your calls when we come back about Chelsea. They're the best team in the world right now. 03717 223344.
Cricket. It's built for big moments. And Betfair is built for cricket. For the 100 catches. The wicket-taking deliveries. The run-outs, reviews, ramp shots and sweeps. For every swashbuckling, six-hitting, match-turning moment, and for every umpire's call. We're ready for all the action from the England v India Test Series this summer. Are you? Betfair.
18+ gambleaware.org.
Drive on TalkSport with Motorpoint. New car, same day drive away. Available on all cars. Book a test drive today.
Hi guys, it's Teddy from Bedford. I think we're talking about his latest air fryer hacks.
Your mate's watching a podcast you didn't subscribe to. Next time reply with your own, and it's just 8 minutes of playing horses. Then, when he gets the hint, meet up for a cold one and share. As we call it, the original voice note with an amber nectar.
Cheers guys.
Foster's. Good call. Drink Foster's responsibly. Drinkaware.co.uk for the facts.
Staying in can be fun, but let's be honest.
Lennox Lewis. An explosive night at Wembley awaits. Also purchase the Word 2 Diamond Teeth live on the Odysseys. Play now at dazn.com/boxing.
Talk Sport traffic.
The M6 southbound is still closed after a earlier shut between junction 33 for the A6 and 32 for the M55. In Somerset, the M5 southbound is partly blocked after a breakdown between junction 19 for Odysseys and 20 for Cleveland. And in Kent, the westbound M20 is partly blocked. Another breakdown there between Leybourne at junction 4 and junction 3 for the M26. I'm Adam.
And Talk Sport 2 and get the latest transfer news first. Find out who's bidding big and who's about to sign on the dotted line. Transfer updates.
He has scored yet again.
Throughout the day on Talk Sport and Talk Sport 2.
That's the tune, that is. What did you do? Go on, Jack.
Do you think about this tune, right? How would you dance to this tune?
Like this.
That's what dancing, just moving your neck.
Like this.
So you're going for a jog now.
Like that. Turn up, Jack.
You're going for a jog now.
Like that.
Now you're praying.
Like this.
What is that? See, that's a... You're just moving your neck. Well, I remember this video of the geezer with the main geezer with the... Sandy Corners as well.
Have you seen Prodigy live?
No.
Okay, I have a couple of times. One of the best groups I've ever had. No one makes music like them.
They do.
They don't. You've embarrassed yourself with that. They actually don't.
So Michael Jackson doesn't make music better than them?
I said like them.
Oh,
like them.
Okay, like it.
How can you chuck Michael Jackson?
No, but you're basically...
Michael Jackson. You're talking about Prodigy. Michael Jackson.
You're